Hello again to Violeta English by Reportage. I'm shooting my video outside today as well as I've done recently with the other videos. Today I brought the wireless microphone, but I forgot the selfie stick, which is quite useful. But I think I can handle things without it. My initial intention when I started this channel, this blog, was that of doing some English lessons and teaching grammar, and also do some different types of reportages. In time I concluded that actually teaching English via YouTube is a challenge that at this moment I can't take, because it takes a lot of amount of time. You have to write stuff on the screen in order to explain grammar theories, examples. I have to admit that I have been teaching English for about 20 years now, and also I have to admit that grammar is one of my favorites. So is really English grammar. English grammar is a real passion for me, and I would really love to explain grammar in videos, but it takes quite a lot of time. No matter how much you'd like to simplify things, no matter what how simplified the formula that you might think of using would be in your mind, still it's not easy at all. So that's why I kind of got to the point to base my videos especially, and my content especially, on social problems, or even social problems and their spiritual side. I got to a point here where there is some noise in the background. Someone might be repairing something in the yard. I hope the wireless microphone absorbs the noise. Yeah, an interesting area here, pretty nice. So what I would like to do today is talk about something more like philosophical in a way. Even though at this point the sun and the position of the sun reflects the shadow of the telephone of my face, I have to keep on with this angle, because I'm in the street and I have to keep going. So today I would like to talk and to bring up a more like philosophical subject, if you want, but my aim actually is not that of bringing up philosophical subjects or very spiritual subjects. I'm a journalist, so I'm not a philosopher or a psychologist. But I would like to talk, like from a practical point of view, about the meaning of life, because many people wonder which is the meaning of life. Not only young people, not only teenagers, not only very young people, but adults at the same time wonder which is the meaning of life. Of course, I can't say that I have the mathematical answer to this, but from like practical point of view, I think the meaning of life can be regarded as being to enjoy life, simply that of enjoying life. Of course, this might not be really easy sometimes, because the circumstances of life are not favorable and are not in in favor of making you enjoy life a lot. Of course, you might say that life in itself and the circumstances of life are not always favorable and are not always in favor of us enjoying life. And that's true. And this is valid for anyone, I think, no matter what their status, their age, their fortune is. But I think it's not about this, it's just about being present and just enjoying every day. And if circumstances are against you, then what you can do is just do your best to change what you don't like and to preserve what you like, of course. I'm sure that for some people and for some of us, for any of us, some circumstances are really difficult to change. But even in this situation, the solution is doing our best to change what we don't like and to keep what we like. So I return to the main point that I made, that the goal of life is that of enjoying life and doing our best to enjoy life, because otherwise, if we live with the illusion of searching for a higher goal, for something mental, like in our minds, like a mind made up goal of life, this will only complicate things and will complicate life and will complicate our peace and state of mind. And if you want examples, you can look around and you can see very, very famous people who reached at the top of their careers and became very famous, very adored by the public, extremely successful, extremely wealthy. And when they got to that point, they discovered, like maybe any of us would discover, that it wasn't that the goal of life. It wasn't that the source of happiness, of perfect joy. And you can see that if you look at the lives and how they ended their lives. Very famous pop stars for the generations who were young in the 70s, in the 80s. They were like their most beloved artists, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, George Michael, but they are so famous and so so valuable that they are still famous, and I think that they will always have a place in the history of music. This is how great they are. But unfortunately, they didn't find happiness there, in that, aura of fame and of praise and of, people adoring them. And they ended their lives, some of them in even in strange circumstances, or simply in the last years of their lives they were quite unhappy. For example, George Michael, who died only at 53 and who was a brilliant, absolutely brilliant singer, and very appreciated and very awarded. So he died when he was 53, and in the last years of his life he was very unhappy. He was even arrested a few times for driving under drugs and so stuff like that. And this happened, this abuse of substances happened also to Whitney Houston, to Michael Jackson. Very, very remarkable artists indeed, but who didn't find happiness in fame. On the other hand, if we look for the meaning of life and of happiness in fortune and in money and in acquiring properties, we can have a look at very rich people who struggle a lot in order to become rich, and at the point when they become rich, they get more and more depressed and more unhappy, because they chased the illusion that this fortune will bring them happiness, which is not true. So it's just enjoying life. This can be a source of balance and meaning and purpose. And on the other hand, I think that it's more than that. It's just sharing this joy with other people. Sharing this joy with as many people as possible. Just striving and doing our best to do that. This is what I think brings joy and balance and happiness and purpose, and much more than chasing shadows, chasing fame, chasing money, social position, or being an influencer, or being a famous whatever, someone in any field of activity. What also brings joy is doing an activity that you like, doing an activity that you enjoy, but not with the purpose of becoming famous and with the purpose of becoming an influencer. You can be an influencer, you can influence people if you live with joy, with authenticity, you will certainly be able to influence people. So this is what I wanted to say to you today. I wish you to have a great day or evening, because by now it's getting like almost little by little it's getting dark. So I wish you to have a great day. See you in the next video.